Hello everyone. I welcome you all to ATM Creations and I welcome you all to this day 17 dot mandala challenge too. Let's begin now. So today I want to tell you the story of how I created three records for visual art. What motivated me and what challenges I faced. How did I overcome? So these are some of the things I wanted to share with you today. There are three records that I created. Number one was largest mandala art of 7 feet by 7 feet in size, and the second one is largest dot mandala, that is 7 feet by 9 feet, and the third one is the world's largest mandala of 25 feet by 25 feet in size. That's total size is 625 square feet, and all these three are individual attempts. It all started like this. Whenever I do something creative, I used to share pictures with my friends and contacts through WhatsApp broadcast list. And in one such funny weekend which me and my family had, I was improving in my art, so I wanted to feel so proud about it. So, what happened was I announced a competition between four of us, that is, myself, my husband, my children. And obviously, I know I'm going to win. So, just for fun, we did. And all those three accepted also. So, we decided on a particular design of mandala to be created. But the other three did not even know how to draw a mandala. So the rules of the competition were like, in four A4 sheets in a sketchbook paper basically, I need to draw the same mandala design, and everybody had poster colors of our choice with us and brushes with us too, and we have to paint the mandala. Whomever finishes painting first will be the winner. It was not about the aesthetic beauty of color combo or how well it is painted. It was not about that. Who finishes fast? So, who is finishing fast was the criteria. Obviously, I won the game, and with whole lot of pride and happiness, I shared the entire story with all my friends. And there were a lot of funny comments, and some of my friends were like, Radha, this is cheating, you only know painting, how can you say you are a winner? And there was one of my friend who said, Radha, why are you in a competition with your family members? Are you planning to get into Limca Book of Records or Guinness Records? And I responded, oh no, that's not my intention of this competition. This is just for fun. And you don't have too much of expectations on me. I'm not that capable to get into Limca books and all. And he was like, Radha, why not? I initially was speechless, but that question of why not made me think about what can I do about it. And then now the conversation turned from funny side to serious side. And then I asked him, see, I did not think on that perspective of which you ask question, but I also think I just started painting, just couple of months. I have not held brush before ever in my life. And in 2 months of handling brush, do you think I can do something phenomenal? And again, his question was, why not? And I said, no, there are lakhs and lakhs of artists who are already there in this planet. And there are people who are experienced in art which matches my age. My age is their experience. And there are fine art, visual art students. And the teachers who are teaching those students are artists themselves. So, do you think I can be in competition with all of those people? And then the response from my friend was again, it was not why not this time. He said, why do you think you are in competition with all those people, Radha? Why don't you be in a competition with just yourself? He's right. I was taken aback for a moment, but that question got me thinking. And then a couple of days later, I said, yes, you're right, but what do I do to apply for Limca Book of Records? Looks like my friend did a lot of homework than me, and he immediately gave a link and said, Radha, applying is free, application is free, so apply immediately. And then I applied within the next 5 minutes. Application submission is done, and the title suggested was Largest Mandala Art. Okay, and I said there were options whether it's a group attempt or a solo attempt, and I opted for solo attempt. So the application was submitted. At the time of submission of application, all I was confident to create mandala was the size that is half the size of A5. If I should tell you precisely, the paper that you're seeing now, 1/4 of it. That is the size I was extremely confident with. And I told my friend, see, this is the size I'm creating, but to get into such books, I'm sure they are going to give some criterias. Will I be able to satisfy those rules? And then the response from my friend was, no one is born with talents, rather, it is all developed during the living. I said, that's right. Fine, anyway, let me wait for what Limca Book of Records responds. And they responded within a week saying, yes, your application is accepted, but for you to get into Limca Book of Records, the minimum size of artwork that you need to create is 500 square feet. I said, what? 500 square feet? You forget about feet and inches. 500 you forget about centimeters also. 500 millimeters also I have not done. From millimeters I need to graduate to centimeter, then to inches, and then to feet. Oh my god, that's a long road ahead. And I informed this to my friends. See, this is what they have responded me with, and I don't think this is going to be possible. I don't know, somehow more than me, my friend was so persistent about me getting into Limca books. He said, rather ask them if there is any timeline within which you need to complete, or you can take your own sweet time. So I did ask that question to Limca books. They said there is nothing as such called timeline, but we have a cutoff date of 30th. 31st of May. So if you submit your evidences 31st of May 2021, then you will be part of Limca Book of Records 2022. So the cutoff date is 31st May. I said thank you to Limca Book Executive and responded back to my friend saying, see, this is what they have responded with. And then he said, excellent. Now you are going to start improving with the size of the art that you create. And then I graduated myself from 1/4 of this A4 to A5 size, and then from A5 to A4, then to A3, A2, A1, and I created a 7 feet by 7 feet mandala. I really wanted to prepare myself to get into Limca books, okay? So that's how I did. And the first record that I created was largest mandala of 7 feet by 7 feet. That's by a private platform. So I had to pay fees to get into their books. My intention was not to create that record and getting into books, but my intention was to prepare myself to satisfy the requirements of Limca books. And I did. And that was January 2021. And in February 2021, I again applied to India Book of Records and created a slightly bigger art, that is 7 feet by 9 feet, and this time it was a dot mandala. I'll share pictures sometime later. Okay, so that's what I did. And from March I started preparing myself, planning myself, and it was a huge investment in terms of my time, money, and effort to get into Limca books. But in 2021 June, I did attempt, successfully completed, and I did get into Limca Book of Records. Now, what I want to tell you is at times we all can improve not by being in competition with others, but by being in competition with our own self. And sometimes when God wants you to achieve something phenomenal and you are not at all thinking on that line, He will send some angel into your life and make you do it. And that exactly what happened in my life too. God sent an angel in the form of my friend who supported me in buying the materials, who motivated me to keep going whenever I felt low. And I could successfully finish the attempt. What I had to create as per Limca books was minimum of 500 square feet, but what I ended up creating was 625 square feet. And at the end of it, I really felt accomplished. And there were a lot of challenges in between. I'll share all those stories in subsequent challenge videos. But the lesson that I learned here is there are a lot of lessons out of my Limca attempt. I'll share one by one. But in this particular story, which I just shared with you, there are two things. One, if you get into competition with yourself and you start improving yourself little by little every single day, and do not underestimate the small improvements, over a period of time, they'll give you miraculous results like how it happened to me. Small improvements consistently over a period of time will give you miraculous results. This is one of the learning that I had through this Limca attempt. And the second one is when God wants you to achieve something phenomenal, and you are not at all thinking in that line, God will send you someone perfectly at the right time and will make you do it. Of course, there were a lot of challenges in making things happen, but I told you that when I fix my mind to something, I don't give up. I'll make sure I'll do it. And that's how I fixed my mind to get into Limca Book of Records, and I did it. And I felt so happy. There were a lot of challenges, not one, not two, lot of challenges. But whenever I started looking at challenge in a different way, I didn't feel bad about having challenges, but I started thinking, how can I overcome this challenge? So when I did not feel negative, but I started thinking about how can I overcome, trust me, somehow I was able to overcome the challenges with my effort and with help from God in the form of humans. Now, what I want all of you to share with me today is if you have had any such experience where God sent you angels and made things happen for you in your life, please do go ahead and share that in the comment section of this video so that people who are going through tough time will read all of them and feel inspired and get more faith on the greater power. Greater power do exist. Whatever religion or belief that you follow, that doesn't matter. Greater power is the same, is what I personally believe. So, greater power exists for those who believe in that. So, without fail, go ahead, share your story in the comment. The mandala for this challenge is done. Now go ahead, recreate it, and share.